Hey, this is Wileen Benson, and you are on the Daily Gratitude Call, where we start every day in gratitude. Gratitude is the highest energy state that we can be in. It creates a frequency of positive vibration that attracts positive experiences into our lives. Hey everybody, this is Wileen Benson. This is our Daily Gratitude Call. I appreciate everybody being on today. I had just an interesting subject come up during my daily GPS this morning about baptism by fire. And, you know, I know what baptism by water is, and I've heard baptism by fire a lot, but I just this morning was really curious about what does that mean? And so I was on this quest to read all the scriptures that I could about baptism by fire and just being really open to see what I could learn. And Colleen mentioned, as we were just doing our rounds of gratitude before we started the recording, that she was grateful for the ability to ponder. And I feel like I'm really grateful for that too, especially with what I learned this morning, just taking one little subject and diving into the scriptures and just seeing what I could learn. So let's just focus on gratitude for the ability to ponder. And I'm going to set a timer for 90 seconds. And we're just going to have a silent meditation. Just write down whatever comes to you during this 90 seconds, and then we'll share and see what comes up. So 90 seconds, gratitude for the ability to ponder, begin. All right. This just kind of took a fun little turn for me. So I already mentioned to you part of the reason why I was really grateful for the ability to ponder, because you learn so much, you know, when you take a minute to ponder. And I mean, I could probably take the whole time and talk about some other things that came up during that pondering. I read through the scriptures, but then it also led me to some other. I had a little book that somebody had given me, and I hadn't looked at it for a while, and I pulled it out and read a story out of it of a woman who was in an abusive situation with her husband, and she had 3 little boys, and you know, it was just a short chapter, you know, probably like 3 pages or something like that, so it wasn't very long. And I just had extreme gratitude for the freedom to be able to live my life in the way that I want. I have a loving husband, I'm super grateful for that, who is gentle and forgiving, very humble, and allows me to be me. And anyway, that's where my meditation took me, was just being extremely grateful for a husband and a family where I can sit in my creating chair in my office, and I could sit here for 3 hours if I wanted to, and everybody would be completely fine with that because they know that's who I am and what I like to do. So grateful for the ability to be me. Who else would like to share?
I would. I was thinking, there were so many things that just was running through my head, but I remember Friday of my grandson trying to go down on the bottom of the pool and get something. He was really trying hard, and I just wanted to give him just a little bit of a nudge so bad, and yet I knew that the success that he would get if he could just do it, and he did it. And so many times I watch him come up empty-handed, and I said, I should have pushed him a little bit, give him a little taste of success. But I think that pondering and that wrestle with the Spirit, and even watching and praying for my daughters as they wrestle with the Spirit and wrestle, and watch them, take on that challenge and just be so content with watching them struggle. It's a struggle in itself, but yet I know through my struggles that I have gained so much, and that wrestling with the Spirit and that pondering and that asking and the receiving, and just letting your mind be directed by the Lord to connect truth. And it's just such an awesome puzzle that we get to put together, that everything is one big whole, and God loves us so much that he has confidence in our abilities. And I watched as he got better and better on Friday, because we stayed in the pool for like 4 hours. But that might be the reason why Tyree went into labor on Sunday. But it's just so amazing to me, to that wrestle that gains confidence and that gains strength and just increases your ability to have confidence in the Lord.
Awesome, thank you. I feel kind of the energy behind pondering for you is there's like this peace. It felt like there was a peace when you were talking about like wanting so much to give your grandson a nudge. How fitting that is, when you were talking about God has confidence in us. And, there's puzzle pieces, and sometimes they feel like they're at the bottom of a pool. And it takes us a while to get not just the confidence, but even the skill, to learn the skill to be able to get what we need. But, wow, it's such a blessing that we have choice, that we have, been given this time here on earth to really learn and master our physical bodies and see what we can accomplish, experience success, all those things. And anyway, just really fun to kind of compare you with your grandson and how God is with us. Thank you. Who else?
Thank you.
I was thinking there's so many things to know, and I'm just grateful to have the ability to ponder, just to sit and ponder, to give myself time to ponder over things that lead me. Well, it just leads me to truth. So pondering, I'm just grateful to have that ability to ponder. It leads me to my mind and heart to receive knowledge and love and truth.
Thank you. I'm reminded of that seed of faith, that we just have this little seed planted, kind of like I did this morning with this idea of baptism by fire. It's like, I wonder what that really means, and just I kind of put that seed in my heart and just allowed myself to be led to different scriptures and then this book that I have that someone gave me. In this particular chapter, I just kind of flipped through the book and opened to a page. There wasn't really any rhyme or reason other than just feeling inspired to, flip to a page. But that seed of faith is so powerful, and I know that I'm not done. I know this concept of baptism by fire is much deeper than what I've learned this morning, and so I'm just going to allow that seed to kind of stay in my heart and just sit and give myself time to be led to truth, like you were talking about. Thank you, Mary. Time for maybe one more share. All right. Well, maybe we'll take a little extra time on our permission process then. So just go ahead and everybody just go ahead and take a deep breath. Just feel some gratitude right now again for this ability to ponder. It's kind of what we do when we are stepping into our permission process, giving ourselves permission to ponder on a new subject, something, being open to receive some new information that maybe we haven't really consciously focused on before. Take another deep breath. And I'm just going to invite us right now to just be just really aware of not what's going on in our brain. Just kind of set that aside for just a moment. But maybe connect with God energetically, almost like mental telepathy or something like that, where heart to heart, mind to mind, will to will, spirit to spirit, just allow yourself to be one with God, with His will, with His mind, with His purpose. And just be open right now to ponder on what might be His will, His mind, His purpose for you as an individual, with your particular gifts, your particular purpose and mission on earth, and your particular gifts, spiritual gifts. What is His mind, will, and purpose for you? And I'm just going to invite you to even take it one step deeper. Just allow yourself to fully integrate with His will and His mind and His purpose. And how does your will and your mind and your purpose integrate with that? How do those two connect? How does what you are here to do and what He desires of you, how does that all connect in the ultimate goal or destination that you have of being fully in alignment with Him and serving in the way that is best for you? As you're getting more clear on what that might be, and possibly this is going to take some more pondering, and that's okay. Just write down whatever's come to you. And as you're getting a little bit more clear on what God's will and mind and purpose is for you, and how that integrates with what you know of yourself and what you've committed to here on earth, what is one thing that you can do today to bring those two more together, His will and your will, more in alignment? And as you're considering what that one thing is that you can do today, this is your inspired shortcut. This is the one thing that you could do that would be the shortest path to you becoming more in alignment with God's will and God's purpose and God's mind for you. And as you're considering taking action on that one inspired shortcut, what is the limiting belief or the obstacle that might stop you from taking action on that one inspired shortcut? And as you look at that limiting belief or that obstacle, I invite you to notice and really logically look at this. If you hold on to that limiting belief or that obstacle, what effect is that going to have on your ability to perform in the highest possible way that you can, to be the best person that you can be, to be who you are meant to be? What is the cost of holding on to that limiting belief? And as you look at that cost, I invite you to decide right now, make a choice, if you want to keep that limiting belief and endure that cost, or if you'd rather give yourself permission to choose something different. And if you're ready to give yourself permission to choose something different, then I invite you to say yes.
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 All right, and then go ahead and choose some new beliefs. What are maybe 3 new beliefs that will take the place of that one old limiting belief that will allow you to take action on your inspired shortcut, will totally take the place of that old limiting belief and eradicate the cost and give you a different outcome? What are 3 new beliefs that will support you? All right, so we have a few minutes to share. I'll just share with you what my new beliefs are. And I feel like my process over the last, I think I've shared with you probably at least a couple times on the call that I feel like I'm stepping into a brand new book. It's not even just a new chapter of my life. It's like I'm closing a whole book and starting a brand new book. And this new book is all about being guided, being led, being not even really asking for specific answers, but just being open to listen. And it's a new space where I'm just feeling like I've got my blindfold on. It's different to have blinders, where you're like focused and you have no idea what's going on around you. And, it's good to get those blinders removed. But this, I feel like I am moving ahead with a blindfold on, and just asking, what's my next step? What's my next step? What's my next step? Where do I go from here? This is the space that I'm in right now, and my new beliefs are: I'm open to hear and obey. I trust God. I know I have more to do, and God knows the way. Who else would like to share? And I understand, this is probably really sacred for a lot of you. So, if you don't want to share, I understand.
I was actually talking, and I didn't. I was on mute.
Oh, okay. Great.
So my limiting belief was I have too many things to do today to do my next step. But because it didn't seem like it would really, wait, do that? I know it's often the next step is, okay, fine, I'll do that. It doesn't seem to make sense, but so the cost of that is, though, I won't hear what he has to say to me or what there is to see or what there is to experience. And maybe it will lead me to closer to something or the thing that I'm up to. So my new beliefs are I am following God's plan for me, I am acting upon inspiration, and I am clear on my next step, and I take action.
Awesome. I love that. I'm going to steal that last one, or the last one. I am clear on my next step. And what was the last one you said?
And I take action. And take action. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll just add that on there. Awesome.
I think that Satan's biggest tool with me is time. I think when I was single parent and I just felt like I had such a little time to myself and to not be busy, it has swallowed me up. I mean, like almost all of my limiting beliefs are concerning time, and I think that Satan has got a real hold on me concerning that issue. And so I'm in the same situation as what Mary said, and I really do feel like I need this. This isn't a want. I need time to connect with the Savior and to go ahead and wrestle with the Spirit and to, not worry. I think about Enos, and I think, well, this is in the Book of Mormon, first of all, but he took that time to wrestle for a whole day, and you think he was out hunting. He probably felt a great need to have that, and how the Lord probably went ahead and took care of him in that situation because he chose the better part. And I really, really want to choose that better part, and I do have time, even with a brand new grandson, and that is such a connection to me. The whole, just I do feel so much joy. I woke up with a song in my heart. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you, and I just feel so much joy that I need to take that time to express it and to ask what the next step is and to really concentrate on what he would have of me to do, because I see people that are stuck, and I offer them suggestions, but there's really no follow-up. There's no way to follow up on and make sure that get somewhere. And I want to have lasting understanding and consistent progress for people because it is so hard to get that stuck.
Awesome. Thank you. I know I've wrestled with time as well as my nemesis, but one of the things I've realized, Colleen, you were mentioning about, I can't remember even what made me think of this, but time is something that it's earthbound. And if we can rise above the physical, time doesn't exist in eternity. And so if we can rise above the earth, the physical, the things that are that the body has to deal with, and get into the spirit, get into the heart, and also connect with eternity. That time doesn't exist, and that's been really helpful to me in my experience.
Thank you. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for what you've shared today. I encourage you, if this has opened up some new thoughts for you, I encourage you to continue your pondering after the call's over until you feel satisfied and complete with this subject. I know I've got a little more pondering to do. And also, as always, I want to invite anybody who wants to have a different perspective and just have a conversation with me about what you're learning. If I can give you a different perspective, I'm happy to do that. And you just connect with me on AskWileen.com. It's just a website. Go there, and that takes you directly to my calendar, and you can schedule a 15-minute call with me. So AskWileen.com. Thank you all for being on the call today. We'll look forward to tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. on a new subject of gratitude. Appreciate you all being on. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for listening, and I encourage you to tune in every day to the Daily Gratitude Call. And the Daily Gratitude Call happens live every weekday morning. I'd love to have you join. So to find out how to join live, go to my website, WileenBenson.com. Thanks for tuning in.